Alaya read. Written by Arthur Rumrill, December 2025. Chapter 12, Hide to Reckoning Ahead. The reckoning came on a rainy September night in 2030. The FBI had been tightening the net for weeks. Wiretaps, undercover buys, coordinated raids across states. Scarlett Nightshade, real name Sarah Elaine Thorne, thought she was untouchable. Her empire had started small, just like Jax Carver's. Jax Carver had been her first manager and recruiter back in the mid-2010s. He'd found Sarah on a dating app at 18, presenting himself as a performer and scout. He promised easy money, private buyers, big payouts, $5,000 for a simple shoot. Instead, she was coerced into explicit content, payments delayed for weeks, threats of exposure if she backed out. Jax uploaded the scenes to subscription sites without her full consent or fair compensation, pocketing most of the profits. By her mid-20s, Sarah had rebranded as Scarlett Nightshade, goth aesthetic, black lipstick, piercings, and started building her own network. That's when she and Jax fully partnered. Jax handled recruitment, fake modeling ads, dating app lures, false promises. Scarlett expanded into trafficking, moving vulnerable performers into forced work across state lines, using shell companies to launder money. Jax took his cut. Scarlett got fresh faces. Their operation mirrored the worst industry scandals: deception, coercion, non-payment, threats. Alaya, then 19, was living in a small Sierra Nevada town with her twin sister Alexis when she matched with Jax Carver on a dating app. Jax presented himself as a performer and talent scout for legitimate modeling and adult content. He offered her an easy $5,000 for a private amateur shoot with discreet buyers, promising quick payout and no long-term commitment. Alaya, curious about the money and already confident in her body from years of disciplined workouts, agreed. The first shoot was in a rented LA studio, Jax directing, camera rolling. He delayed payment for weeks, citing buyer approvals, then pressured her into more scenes with threats of leaking the initial footage if she backed out. She ended up doing several more shoots, each time believing the next payout would come. Jax uploaded the content to subscription sites without her full consent or fair compensation, pocketing most of the profits. Alaya first crossed paths with Scarlett Nightshade at industry parties and award shows. Scarlett, already a rising goth star managed loosely by Jax in her early days, viewed Alaya as competition. Sarah started as Scarlett Rose, then rebranded as Scarlett Nightshade, edgy aesthetic, piercings, black lipstick. She and Jax had a brief professional partnership before she branched out on her own, building her own network of talent and content distribution. Tensions escalated when Alaya began landing bigger contracts Scarlett wanted. Scarlett spread rumors about Alaya being difficult or unreliable, sabotaged bookings, and made veiled threats at parties. Keep speeding through life, you'll crash eventually. But every empire falls. In late 2023, Alaya accidentally overheard Scarlett and Jax in a back room at an industry event. They were reviewing spreadsheets of victim names, payment routes, shell companies, and forced deliveries. A trafficking operation pulling vulnerable performers into coerced work. Alaya realized Jax had been feeding new talent to Scarlett's ring for years. She decided to expose them. She gathered proof, screenshots, emails, bank trails, and planned an anonymous tip to LAPD. 2 days later, her Porsche's brakes failed on a mountain road. Jax and Scarlett believed Alaya was dead or permanently silenced. Jax continued recruiting. Scarlett expanded her operation. Both assumed no loose ends. Until Alaya returned, alive, in a robotic body, with her memories intact and the evidence still hidden in her LA mansion safe. Raids hit simultaneously. Scarlett's LA penthouse, Jax's Valley office, warehouses, doors breached, floodlights piercing the dark, suspects face down on marble or concrete. Scarlett, still in black silk pajamas, was cuffed in her bedroom, screaming as charges were read: human trafficking by fraud and coercion, racketeering, money laundering, conspiracy to commit murder. Jax went quieter, sweating in a cheap suit, hands shaking as files he couldn't delete were seized. The news exploded the next morning. Major adult industry trafficking ring dismantled. Former star Alaya Reed's evidence key to arrests. Scarlett Nightshade, Sarah Thorne, and Jax Carver indicted. Victims coming forward, safe houses emptied, girls freed. Jax Carver and Sarah Thorne, aka Scarlett Nightshade, were arrested together in coordinated raids. Charges: sex trafficking by fraud or coercion, racketeering, money laundering, conspiracy to commit murder, Alaya's crash. The case echoed the infamous girls do porn scandal: deceptive recruitment, false promises, non-payment, threats, and systematic exploitation. Jax received decades in prison. Scarlett got life without parole. We stayed in LA for the trial. The mansion became home base again. Alexis moving in for weeks. The three of us filling rooms that had been silent too long. Cooking in the massive kitchen. Swimming in the infinity pool at dusk. Laughing over old photos until late. But the courthouse days were heavy. I testified in a simple blouse and skirt, long sleeves hiding the seamless silicone, warmth dialed just right. Voice, still cute and sweet, but steady. I told them everything. The party, what I'd seen, the proof I'd hidden, the crash, the tampered brakes, Scarlett's threats, Jax's bitter calls before I retired, his rage when I walked away from the machine he'd built around me. Scarlett stared across the room, eyes like daggers, powerless now. I met her gaze. Not the trapped girl from the digital dark. Not even the human one she'd tried to kill. But the woman I'd become, stronger, warmer, alive. The jury didn't take long. Guilty on all counts, life sentences without parole for the worst of them. Decades for the rest. When the verdict came, I sat very still in the gallery, your hand in mine, Alexis on my other side. Then I breathed. Gentle, rhythmic, real. It was over. That night, back at the mansion, we stood on the balcony overlooking the city lights. Alexis raised a glass of sparkling cider. I still didn't drink, and neither did she in solidarity. To miracles, she said softly. To second chances, you added. I smiled, green eyes bright. To coming home. We clinked glasses. Later, in the massive double king bed that night, I powered down in your arms, warm, safe, breathing gentle and steady. No more shadows, no more waiting, just love, just life. Reborn and finally truly free. This is where the story finds its peace.